Well, hello everyone, sports fans. This Countex Baker TV here. So it is time for my predictions for the St. Louis Blues versus Winnipeg Jets first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs prediction. And yeah, so the Blues are back in the playoffs for the first time since 2022. It's been 3 years. Uh, and what a regular season it was for us. Uh, as the season started out pretty rough for us. I mean, we fired our head coach in the middle of the season, just like a month into the season, and then hired Jim Montgomery to become the head coach, and he has turned our team around. And I mean, as early as February, we were totally out of a playoff spot. We weren't in last place in the division, but we were out of a playoff spot. Uh, and now here we are actually in the playoffs. So we had a franchise record 12 game winning streak. Uh, and yeah, which ironically ended just a couple weeks ago against these Winnipeg Jets in Winnipeg. And yeah, the Jets, the President's Trophy winners this season, the team with the best record in the NHL, 116 points. So they had a historic year. Uh, and while probably a lot of people are uh, kind of counting the Blues out of this one since we're facing the top seed. This will not be an easy matchup for the Jets. In the regular season, they beat us 3 games to 1 in the 4 games we played against them. Uh, and yes, this should be a very good series. The Blues basically in the second half of the season, uh, basically from the Four Nations break on, we were the best team in the NHL, and the Jets have been arguably the best team in the NHL this season. So, and yeah, the Jets, led by goalie and potential Hart Trophy winner for MVP Connor Hellebuck, will probably win a second straight Vezina Trophy. Led the league in wins, goals against average, and shutouts. And yes, so he has a pretty good chance to win his second straight Vezina Trophy for the best goalie in the league, and it would also be his third overall. So he had a historic year. Their leading goal scorer, actually their leader in points, goals, and assists, Kyle Connor, had 41 goals, 56 assists, so a total of 91 or 97 points. So, and yeah, he played every single game of the season. So his 41 goals was tied for 7th most in the NHL. And the Blues, our leading point scorer, Robert Thomas, 81 points, 60 assists, had an outstanding year, but was particularly great in the second half, or from the Four Nations break on, was outstanding, averaging a point per game. Same for Jordan Kyrou, who led the Blues in goals in the regular season with 36. Had an outstanding year. Same for Pavel Buchnevich, Jake Neighbors, Dylan Holloway, who hopefully will be back in time for this one. He missed the final few games of the regular season with an injury. And yeah, Kyrou, 36 goals, one shy of his career high that he had 2 seasons ago. So, in the last time that the Blues and Jets played in the playoffs, well, it was the Blues' magical run in the 2019 playoffs. That was also in the first round. We beat them in 6 games in that one, and of course we went on to surprise everyone and be Stanley Cup champions. So, and this Jets team in the regular season averaged over 3 goals a game, 63 power play goals, and almost 30 shots per game. So they were an outstanding team. Very good at home also. I think they were the best team at home. So it's not going to be easy, but the Jets have lost in the playoffs in the first round the last 2 seasons. So, I mean, anything can happen, you know. It was just a couple years ago where the President's Trophy winner Boston Bruins lost in the first round. They actually blew a 3-1 series lead, lost to the Florida Panthers. Uh, and it's been a long time since the President's Trophy winner actually won the Stanley Cup. So, uh, and yeah, and the Blues, while we do not have home ice advantage, we've been a very, very good team at home this season, but particularly from the Four Nations break on. In fact, we actually have not lost a game at home in 2 months. So, once the series shifts to St. Louis, the first 2 games in Winnipeg Saturday and Monday, and then the series will shift to St. Louis for games 3 and 4 Thursday, and then again on Sunday, a week from this Sunday. And yeah, so we're going to be a dangerous team at home. So love playing on our home ice in front of our fans. So, yeah, the Jets beat us both times at Enterprise Center. The first time was back early in the season on October, and then the other time was, I think it was actually the game right after the Four Nations break. They beat us in a shootout in that one. So, but yes, this should be hopefully one heck of a series. I think this could be potentially one of the better first round Stanley Cup, the Stanley Cup playoff rounds of the first round. Uh, Also in the Western Conference, you have the Colorado Avalanche and Dallas Stars. That I think is probably the best matchup of the first round. Uh, you got Cale Makar, the probably Norris Trophy winner for best defenseman. Uh, and Nathan MacKinnon, potential MVP again, against former Avalanche Mikko Rantanen, who's now with Dallas facing his former team. So, then you have the Oilers and the Kings facing each other in the playoffs for a fourth straight year in the first round. The Oilers have won all 3. So, but the Kings this time have home ice advantage. So, and you have the Vegas Golden Knights, the team with the best record in the Western Conference, against the Minnesota Wild, or the second best record in the West, the Golden Knights rather. Then in the Eastern Conference, you have the best team in the East, the Washington Capitals, hosting the Montreal Canadiens, a team that surprised a lot of people. Were towards the bottom of the league in standings in December, and now they're in the playoffs. We have the Battle of Ontario, the Maple Leafs and the Senators, the Battle of Florida, the Panthers and the Lightning, and the Hurricanes and the New Jersey Devils. So, should be a great Stanley Cup playoffs. Definitely looking forward to it. And now my prediction for this series between the Blues and the Jets. I'm picking the St. Louis Blues to upset the Winnipeg Jets in 7 games. Yes, I think it's going to go a full 7 games. And I think we're going to upset the best team in the NHL and move on to the second round, where we will face either Colorado or Dallas. Ironically, if it would be Dallas, we also played them in 2019. So, but yeah, anything can happen now in the playoffs. So, till Saturday in Winnipeg, and then Game 2 Monday night. Comics per saying, go Blues.